So when it comes to the politicians, not many people like them, because they cause a lot of hassle and they hold on to power for decades. Essentially, they're very difficult to get rid of. However, there's a part of the UK that might actually look at sacking politicians altogether. The headline says there's a petition to introduce a way for constituents to vote out their MS before the end of their term. And this is to do with Wales, and MS means members of Senedd. It's essentially their version of a member of parliament. And I'm usually pretty pessimistic when it comes to petitions, but I actually think that this one's pretty funny. Essentially, it's similar to the recall vote that we saw in California a couple of years ago, where the public go around and try and get a certain amount of signatures to sack their politician, and if they reach the target, it automatically triggers a new vote. And honestly, it does sound pretty fun, because the politicians get to do it amongst themselves. They have things like no confidence votes, but us regular members of the public, we have no access to those. So first, we'll look at the positives. I actually think that it would give the leaders more of an incentive to do the right job, because at the moment, they kind of give off the atmosphere like they think they're going to be here forever. They know that they can't get voted out, so they just simply don't care. And if they can be sacked, well then you might start to see them act differently in public. And to be fair, you might actually see them act differently in private because they know that we'll be watching. And they might actually have to start doing their jobs as well. And whilst it would be a laugh, you must admit it would cause a right hassle for UK politics. Because let's face it, if they put a UK nationwide equivalent in place, I think almost every single politician would be sacked before the end of the video. Like it would be 100% of them. Well, to be fair, maybe 99% because Lee Anderson actually seems alright. And then you'd have the issue with cross-party politics as well. Everyone will just be trying to kick out the other side's people. Like let's face it, we'd all try and launch recall efforts on Keir Starmer. And we'd probably try and launch them on Sadiq Khan as well. I think Diane Abbott would get a few, but I don't think she'd be able to tell you how many. And it would actually get to the point where we'd have 0 politicians left. And I do think that that would be hilarious to see. I honestly don't think that that would be good for UK politics. But do you think that politicians should face the sack? Or do you think that they just need a little bit more time? And why on earth have local shops started to security tag cheap items? So, thank you for becoming one of the 28,389 subscribers. Thank you to the channel members. And thank you for checking out this weird collection of security tags.
This country has gone crazy.